welcome in everybody to the Fly for Fun show, May 21st. Show number, as I count it, rate 220. But anyway, who's counting? Hey, I do want to say we got a special show tonight. These guys, the crew of DroneNation here is going to join us in a few minutes. And I tell you what, they mean so much to the drone community. I know I said it many times. One of the first shows I came across as a drone guy, I guess, I don't know, it's been a while. I can tell you that.
Me also. Learned so much from them in the beginning.
I say, now we're buddies, we're friends, of course, and it's funny how we, of course, Ray, you and I met up here through YouTube, but yeah. So we'll get Marcus and Ron, and DeMarco even made it, man. Hey, DeMarco, man, he gets paid to coach, but he took tonight off because I think we pay a little better than his coaching job.
Yeah. Big bucks. We pay big bucks.
I do want to say, we got some birthdays too. Marcus actually had a birthday a couple of days ago. Want to wish Marcus happy birthday. Dominic had a birthday. Rob Kamada, your buddy, and Mark
birthday
Fisher.
Boy.
I think Mark Fisher turned 12. I'm not sure.
But, I found out his true age today. I'm sworn to secrecy.
He won't let us know. And I do want to wish Miss Colleen Flynn a happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
She is out trying to pick up John at Mavic 4. I heard through the grapevine. I'm not really, I know they're out on the town tonight celebrating, but I want to wish Colleen a happy birthday. And she is a big part of the drone community.
Yes, she is. Comes to the South Florida Drone Meetup every year.
They do. And I do want to wish Bill, the drone reviewer, had some surgery, some dental work done, and Bill is doing better. I had texted him, and of course, he'll be back. He didn't do a show last night, but I think Tuesday night he'll be back. I do want to say, what else, Ray? What we got? I have the drone guide. If anybody wants a copy, I do want to say tonight we have a nice sticker pack. It's hashtag DroneNation, and I got a shirt here that I'm not going to show anybody, but
surprise shirt.
Anyway, it's a surprise shirt, but you do have to be you can't just put in a hashtag. The hashtag is DroneNation. And I think
look at that. I like that shirt. I like the color.
Wear this shirt, but we'll pull it sometime kind of randomly. We're not going to pull right at the end, but it's going to be close to the end. But you do have to be in the chat. So put that in, and we'll get that given away tonight. And what else, Ray? Drone meetup, I guess. Well, I'm counting 326 days if I'm right.
Know. Yeah, and we got well over 70 people signed up already.
Yeah, and they're doing a meetup over in the Northeast.
Barkley is number 107, by the way, on the list.
Yeah, they'll be back.
He's not lurking tonight, by the way.
Oh yeah, no, he's actually was in here like third, I believe.
Yeah.
Ray, how are you doing?
Everything is going good, really. I got that shot in my knee. I can walk with no pain. I haven't been using the cane much. I feel like I can even dance. But anyway, I've been flying. And I've been doing that search for the missing swimmer.
Any results, Ray? Nothing?
No, not really. It's one of those things where you just never know if and when they're going to be found,
Yeah.
But my prayers are with the family, and I know everybody who's been involved with the searches. And I've had, just to let you know, Rob Kamada and Jeff Norman and Frank and Javier were in searching this past Sunday, and I appreciate those guys joining me, but it's just a sad situation, Johnny.
Yeah, it is. And, it seems like, of course, I'm sure the family wants closure and I don't know. It's been a while now, but hey, you never know. So just, and
everybody says that a thermal drone may help, and it's true, there's no doubt about that. But like Rob had a thermal drone. He had the Ortel he was flying, and, under the circumstances, just so people know, when you got bright sunlight, it does a thermal drone doesn't help that much. But anyway, we'll see what happens. I'm going in again this Saturday, and but we got to welcome in the people, Johnny. Let me welcome in the people.
Welcome in, and
I think Randy was number one. I think
he was.
Captain Joe was right behind him, and Jason. flying high in Florida, and there's Barkley 107. So that means
Barkley
maybe
is in there.
Jenna's watching too, but she could be lurking tonight. But anyway, I see Al, South Florida Drone Flyers. He's in the chat. How you
Al
doing,
is in there.
Al? And Ron Johnson's watching. How you doing? And we got Dave. Did I say Captain Joe? I said Captain Joe already, right?
Captain Joe, yeah,
Captain Joe's
Captain Joe
watching.
he got his replacement drone today, but he hadn't opened it yet. So.
Oh, really? Okay. Congratulations, Captain Joe. Look forward to seeing you flying that. But anyway, David, AZ Drone Dude, how you doing? And Art, he's in the house, and we got Josh. He's in the house, and from what I understand, the Northeast Drone Meetup is going to be a great meetup. So if anybody wants to go, get a hold of Josh or John Gregory or Steve Janess or even that guy Mark Fisher.
Yep, get some information if you need it from them. Mr. Bill Grace is in here.
We got Drone LM in the house, and Brian Waypoint New England. And if I miss anybody, guys, I don't do it on purpose. Mario Napa's in the house. How you doing, Mario?
Mario, Jason Crowder's in here.
Yep. Jackie's watching all the way in Spain.
I'm telling you, she's up. It's what, 2 o'clock in the morning, 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. Good to see you, Jackie. Jerry Bauer's in the house tonight. How you doing, Jerry? And let's see. Who am I missing? Anybody, Johnny?
Rob Casey.
Rob Brown's even watching tonight.
Ron Brown is back here. I see him.
Yeah.
We got Mr. Buckeye Drones. Don't say anything bad.
Hey, Rick. Yeah, he's number 21 on the South Florida Drone Meetup list.
John Bonifant. We got John Bonifant in the house.
Hey, John. How you doing? Good to see you.
Dave, Arizona. All right, Ray, why don't you let's introduce this crew and let's get them in, because all three of them are looking at me kind of funny back here.
DroneNation, like you said, one of the first drone live streams that I watched, and they were known as DroneNation, formerly XenoNation, when I started watching. But anyway, good to see them in the back room, and I know everybody is going to give a warm welcome to the DroneNation crew: Marcus Crawford, Ron Brown, and DeMarco Moore.
Hello.
What's up, Marcus? Ron, DeMarco.
Hey guys.
Well, welcome into DroneNation. Oh, sorry, the wrong.
Yeah. Wait.
Yeah. 3, 2, 1. Welcome into another DroneNation episode. And here, I meant XenoNation episode.
Hey, well, okay, hold on. Keep that thought, Ron. Let's see here. Look, here we go.
Okay. We're live.
Oh, Lord.
Everybody in the chat room, thanks for joining us tonight. We have an esteemed panel here of Xeno owners and Xeno curious people.
Oh.
Hello, everybody. Thanks for
I'm hearing my echo someplace.
panel here of Xeno owners and
yeah, what? Who's not muted?
Oh.
Okay, there we go.
We're good.
Oh.
Okay, sorry for that brief interruption, everybody. So I'm going to introduce our esteemed panel tonight. I'm going to go in order of my.
Yeah, that was I think from 6 years ago.
Look at that retro crew there. Bill the Drone Reviewer, Bill Thomas, and who else was there?
I think Marcus had a ponytail in that episode there.
Yeah. I gotta say thank you guys. I learned so much in the beginning when I was first starting to fly. You guys taught me so much. I found your show very interesting and very educational. I really did.
Thank you, Ray. Thank you. And thank goodness you didn't listen to us about the Xeno.
I still like flying that original Xeno. It's still flying.
I'm just joking.
No, hey, I'm glad you guys can make it. Listen, I know we talk all the time. We're, like, as I say, and everybody, we're friends with everybody in the chat now. We're friends because we met so many people in here, and I think we all know each other now. But y'all show means so much. I think people, I don't know. You kind of look, no matter when Sunday comes, you're looking forward to Monday to DroneNation, and you kind of start the whole week. And Ron, what I want to ask you, what do you think? I know you've been doing this for a while, so have you seen your show change, or has it stayed about the same? I mean, I know we're picking up a lot of new flyers, and that's good. That's what we want,
Thanks for the kind words, Johnny, about the show, and that's a good question. And I think at the beginning we didn't have much structure outside of we were just going to talk about the Zeno. Where now we've added more stories and new stuff to it, and trying to be more diverse in what we talk about. So just a more structured show, more topics that that we're going to try to get to, because we don't have anything written down. You may not get to some of the interesting subjects.
Yeah, I still have a cheat sheet after 5 years.
There you go. There you go. That's probably the big change. And the audience has changed. Marcus could tell you. And the people that watch us that kind of like that first year, a lot of them really aren't part of the audience anymore or whatever. They've moved on. Maybe they're not in the drone so much anymore, or whatever. But a lot of the people that are our biggest fans in the early days, a lot of them are just not around anymore. And again, nothing bad. It's just that things change and whatever. People change, interests change and whatever. But it's kind of interesting how we lose people, but then we gain new people.
Yeah,
Marcus, what would you say to that, Marcus?
Yeah, Marcus, what do you? I mean, how have you seen the show change through the years?
Okay, I want to make one thing perfectly clear at the start. Mr. Ron Brown is the heart and soul of DroneNation. If not for Ron, DroneNation wouldn't be what it is today. DeMarco and I kind of tag along, and we do our best. But Ron really is the heart and soul of the operation. Now, when we first started out, it was interesting. Bill Thomas invited me on his show. I'd never been on any kind of YouTube show before, and it started with of course the little Hudson Zeno.
Right.
In fact,
there was only a handful of us that had that drone in the early days.
Right. And this really, truthfully, this drone is kind of what I owe my channel to as well. It's the drone that kind of first got Idaho quadcopter. I got some traction on. But anyway, so that's a little bit too far in the weeds. But Ron was already on Bill Thomas's show, and he invited me on there. So I kind of got Ron and I going together, and Bill, the drone reviewer, was also on, and we kind of did a little thing once a week on that. And Ron, I don't know if you came up with the idea or.
Well, I got to give Bill Thomas and Bill the drone reviewer credit. They're the ones that said you should do your own show. They encouraged me to start my own show up. So then I got the idea of DroneNation because everybody else was talking about DJI. So I thought, well, let's try to do something a little bit different. Let's talk about a non-DJI drone. So I got the idea of DroneNation. So again, it was only handfuls out there had Marcus, Al Duran, the guy in Chicago that's changed his channel's name 10 times.
Oh, yeah, I can't remember his name.
Oh, yeah.
But I mean, it was only like maybe 6 of us in the U.S. that were producing Zeno videos. So, I reached out to Marcus and he liked the idea, right away. So we just started the show just, without not a whole lot of guidance, except we were going to talk about the Zeno a lot.
Well, what's important to know, though, is about that Zeno is it was the first really what you'd call an affordable drone that shot in 4K with a 3-axis gimbal. We kind of take that
for under $1,000.
Yeah, it was $300 if you got it on Indiegogo, and it was I think a little bit more than that.
I'm laughing at Barkley.
Oh, Barkley!
Yeah, Barkley. We love you too, Barkley.
Yeah, geez, Barkley. Barkley's always trying to steal the spotlight.
Barkley owes a lot of credit to DroneNation too. He's a big factor.
Yeah.
Well, in any case, that brought a lot of audience in because that was an affordable product, and there was also at that time there was a lot to talk about too because they would come up with new firmware sometimes a couple times a week.
And Marcus, that one lady, she would send us a firmware update just once a week to maybe just us,
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I think as things progressed, we realized that, we were more about other drones and so forth. So then it became DroneNation. And then we had another friend that was with us quite often, and
also had a lot of Xenos back in the day.
He had some Xenos.
He had the Xeno, yeah. He was holding it up.
No. So if you think about it, I was a guest a few times. That first show, I think I was not watching the first show though, but I joined on later though. But I used to always comment, leave questions. Actually purchased a Xeno a little bit after you guys did. So I got mine. I think I ordered mine in September, that pre-order, and then I received it in early November.
Okay.
If I remember that though. But what happened too is we all went to spin up the next year, and I won a Xeno, so I had two.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I had two Xenos. Ended up getting the Autel Evo and selling my Xenos to Koopy and Bill Thomas. So I sold them.
Right.
All right.
Yeah. But here's something that we don't talk about much, and you guys all know, those upgrades were a pain in the what. Because you couldn't just it wasn't a firmware download and update. No, you had to do all this plugging in, and something with the controller you had to do too, Marcus. I totally
the controller was separate. Yeah, and you had to do it on Windows computer and
yeah.
Oh, Maddie, welcome in, Matt. Hey, so
Hey,
Ron,
Maddie.
how did
Hey,
how did you and Marcus meet, Ron? Oh, how did
just we chatted back and forth with our mutual connection to Xeno. He would respond to my video, comment my YouTube videos. I would comment on his YouTube videos, and then eventually, I guess we hooked up on Facebook. I promoted the idea of having Marcus on Bill Thomas's show or Bill the Drone Review show to talk about the Xeno, and it just took off from there. But yeah, just commenting on each other's Xeno video, because again, we were a small community. The few people that had the Xeno, we all watched each other's videos because that was all we had.
Right. Yeah. Well, I know, and I'll tell y'all this. This is one thing I learned early, and I think this is a great thing because, Ron, I didn't know, of course, at the time when I first saw, I didn't really know. I mean, you're a photographer. I mean, you know a lot about cameras, and Marcus, of course, he does the drones, and I think in DeMarco the same way. I think when y'all are so compliment each other so good, because I know when Marcus, somebody asked maybe about a photography question. Well, he kind of turns it over to you, and I think it's the honesty, I think, in a lot of these streams that and Marcus does that on the reviews, and the same way with I think everybody here is just so appreciative of what y'all do. So hey, I appreciate it.
Thank you, Johnny. And I don't want to get too far off track, Johnny. But I remember one day, we're still sticking with Xeno here. You had got the Xeno 2. Got the Xeno 2 that a year or two later, whatever. And I remember you called me. I was out in the field flying. You gave me an emergency phone call saying the Xeno 2 won't land.
I'll tell you what, land. Except for taking off, flying, and landing, it was a great drone.
Yeah. Okay.
you couldn't get that thing down.
Well, it would land, but it would bounce. Yeah, it was doing a bounce.
Marcus has to start up.
Yeah, it still fires up. That's been a while. Look at that gimbal.
What was the last time you flew that drone, Marcus?
I would say probably, over a year ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Marcus, if you come to the meetup next year, you don't have to fly you don't have to do a cruise. You have to bring down along with you and fly it at the meetup.
That would be fun, wouldn't it? That would be fun. Yeah.
What do you think of that, Ray? Would you like to see him fly that at the South Florida Drone
meetup? Oh, that would be a highlight. If you flew that would be a highlight, Marcus.
And by the way, this is the original one that I bought way back then too. It's the
Marcus.
original.
Just don't sit that drone down anywhere near the give up table. Captain Ray will give it away.
That's true. Hey, if it's near where me and Al are giving prizes,
that's right.
I guarantee it'll be gone.
They gave away my tripod and my phone one year.
But here's something for the people who don't know this. We didn't have any mini drones. None.
Right, pre-mini, yeah.
So I was coming from Marcus, you know this better than I do, that Vizio 816, something
812
like that.
or something like that.
812. Yeah. It had no 3-axis gimbal, just all shaking. I was coming from
it was brushed motors.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Lawrence, welcome in.
So it was tough getting cinematic footage of that thing, huh, DeMarco?
Tough. It was impossible, brother.
The point of it is we all, virtually all of us, started with that kind of level of almost a toy drone. And that kind of gets you revved up and gets you going.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. I tell you what, it's. I know y'all made.
I gotta say,
y'all made me spend money.
I gotta say thank you to you guys. You put me and Johnny together. You had us as guests on your show the one night. And we sort of clicked. And next thing Johnny was calling me, and we became friends. And next thing Johnny saying, "Hey Ray, would you like to do a live stream?" I said, "What?
Yeah.
What are you kidding me?"
It's almost like the old days of a spin-off show, like a big show and then even a spin-off show. So no, that's great. And you know what? I think another thing we did, Marcus, we helped in it, that when we started the show, maybe not at first, we started having guests on that hadn't been on other shows. I think we got a lot of people on that had never been part of the other shows or whatever. We got I think still today I like to get people on who maybe haven't been on a drone show before.
Yeah.
The other point is when DroneNation started out, there was a lot of excitement. There were a lot of drones coming out from DJI and from Autel and other companies, and obviously that's kind of changed now. I don't know.
No, you're exactly right, Marcus. That was a much more exciting era in drone. There were a lot more companies like Parrot and Unique and other ones I can't remember. They're around, and they were making drones that looked like they had potential, and that's all gone now.
Yeah, in other words, at that time, you thought there would be other DJI competitors. That's a good way to put it. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I'll be the first to admit I'm a DJI fanboy. But there are other good drones out there. I just feel more comfortable with a DJI drone.
You and me both.
I mean, great. There are other good drones out there, but name them. It's hard. It's not many.
Right. I know. Tell me.
There used to be some comparable stuff, but DJI.
I made this comment. I think I made this comment somewhere in there. But the all-tel drones, like the Light and the little Nano Plus, even those drones are like 3 years old in technology now. They're still not all that far behind. Like if you look at the footage and pictures from that, they're not much off of what's coming out right now. So really, not a whole lot has changed, at least from the camera side, in say the last 3 or 4 years. But everything else has radically changed.
We've got to stop talking about
flight time and speed and all that. Like that stuff has changed more, say, than the camera quality, really.
Yeah. I think the mini drones was a big part of the drone community. Now, I mean, we would have never. I mean, of course, looking back, it's easy to say, but some people love the mini drones, and of course, some people don't like them. But they're all very for what they do, and there's not Marcus, I know you do a lot of mini drones with the lower end tests and stuff, but the mini drones, there's not a big difference between those drones. Oh, you got a new one?
Jeez.
Yeah. Which one is that? I can't read it.
Oh, the Snaptane.
D30 Pro.
The Pro.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think I wait for the 30S Pro.
The only place you can buy that one is Best Buy.
Ooh, how much?
That's good.
I don't know. I have to look it up. I don't know.
It'll be interesting to see how it flies, Marcus. You're going to send it over to Stank River Canyon, are you?
Oh, why not? What the heck?
Oh, yeah. Send it. Yeah, send it. Hey, if you think about it, all the big steps in these last few years, the years that we've been in, all the big jumps, all the new stuff has been made by, safe to say, one company.
DJI.
Yeah.
From the minis, from the screen being in the remote. I mean, like we're used to it now, but like that was huge when that came out. It was
flight time.
Flight time.
Yeah.
Signal strength and range. And Johnny, you brought up the mini drones before. Why the mini drones are so important to the hobby, because so many people got into the hobby once the mini drones released, because not so much in the U.S. because of anything about under 250 grams or over there, but because of the price. Now you could get a reliable DJI drone under $400 or whatever. and that introduced a lot of people into the hobby. That affordability factor of the mini drones, quality mini drone.
And Ron, you're really not compromising. I mean, you're not compromising a whole lot. That's the biggest thing.
That's the original. That's the original Mavic Mini right there.
Yeah, there it is. You got it. You still have yours.
Look at that peanut controller.
Yeah, that's the one that got it all going back in the day.
Yep.
And that was a big deal at the time.
As a revolution, but as good as that drone was, the Mini 2 is the one that really brought the mini drone into its full, whatever. The Mini 2 was the one that really was the quality product and really leveled the playing field.
Yeah,
I believe it or not, I like the Mini 4K now. I like that drone.
Yeah,
I do too, Ray. Yeah, it's fun to fly.
Yes, Barkley said he still got the Spark. I remember the Spark. You could.
Well, the Spark was the first, kind of great compact drone, but it wasn't a mini as far as weight. The Spark was like a tank. It wasn't lighter than anything or whatever, but it was just compact to kind of take with you.
Yeah. So Ron, I'm glad you brought that up because we talked about it the other day. So the Spark, if you think back, originally it came without a remote, right? Just like the
right. You had the remote was like an extra package or whatever.
Right, and you remember how it had the hand gestures and
the first drone to have that, and that was like that drone. Remember, it wasn't like our controllers or our drones now. That thing you had to they had to go the app to the drone to the controller. Like it was more like a Bluetooth controller than it was what we're using now.
It wasn't connected via an OTG cable.
Exactly. Yeah, that was the difference.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, one other comment with regard to the Spark is I've got a good friend that did a range test video, and I think to this day it's one of his highest viewed videos.
It is. Yeah, it's by far the highest viewed.
You see,
what the range?
That's very interesting about Captain Joe's replacement drone there.
Let me ask you this question, and y'all can answer it separately. So, Ron, have we come to the point where all today what's come up? Has the cameras or features or batteries technology? I mean, what would you rate? Like, in what order have we kind of grown?
I'm going to say, flight time, we've grown a lot. Signal strength, we've grown a lot. I mean, from whatever, cameras from say 2016, the cameras have come, way up and everything. But from say around 2000, it's probably the battery time,
battery technology
that have really have got a lot better in the short term. But the long term, from 2016, even the DJI drones, the camera quality was, again, top shelf compared to the rest of the range, but it's come a long way, sensor size and everything like that.
Well, the power of the drones too, Ron. If you even think back to the original Mavic Pro, on a windy day, it struggled. Where now you would the first drone that really had a lot of power, I think, and Ron, you correct me if I'm wrong. Well, all of you, the Mavic Air 2.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe you're right. That probably was a little bit better than the Mavic 2 Pro.
Right. Yeah.
Which of course was cheaper. Yeah. And nowadays you have something like a wind killer like the Air 3S, and I haven't seen anybody compare the Air 3S to the new Mavic 4 Pro as far as how they fight the wind yet. But I think Billy made a comment in one of his videos that he didn't even know if the Mavic 4 Pro was any better than the Air 3S in the wind.
I'll bet it is, and let me explain to you why. Is because of that gimbal. Because that gimbal can look up so high, the drone is able to pitch forward a lot more, and that's got to help it in the wind.
Yeah, and GPS accuracy, that's a good point, Josh. Good point.
Yeah.
The answer, Johnny.
The return to home, of course, we didn't have return to home in the old days, but return to home has gotten so much better in the last, ever since it was, I don't know what year it was invented, but in the last 4 or 5 years, if it's been around that long, it has really improved.
Hey, those would be my pick, but like my biggest pick, my number one pick would be the controller. screen and controller. That for me, that was a game changer.
It is a game.
All right. Yeah.
Especially for guys that fly in the middle of the day, like Marcus does, when the sun's real high. It really makes it not. I'm more of a edge of the day flyer. I'm more of a sunrise, sunset type of guy. So that didn't bother me as much as again the middle of the day flyers.
Yeah.
The one that I think about the most. Oh, great. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I'm saying the time that I think about the most is Marcus was actually making a video and he was doing a screen recording with his phone, and I texted during his screen recording. So I came up on the video.
Right there on the video.
You did it. Gets the period.
It's over. It's over.
Hey, Johnny, I'd like Lon's comment in the chat there about the Unique had a screen in the control.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah,
he is right. Unique was way ahead of his time putting that.
And that was what 6-7 years ago. Yeah.
Oh, easy, maybe even more than that.
Yeah.
Let me ask you guys a question. We're going to go back to our old format of the show. Talk about your favorite drone. What's your favorite drone, Ron? We'll ask you first.
Yeah,
right now, what's your favorite drone?
Easy, Air 3S by a mile.
Okay, yeah. What about you, Marcus?
Well, I'm going to be a little bit conditional here. I'm going to be a little vague. So, my favorite drone is the one that I'm flying at that given time, at that particular time. However, if you twisted my arm behind my back and told me, Marcus, you can only keep one drone, it'd have to be the Air 3S.
All right. What about you, DeMarco?
I would think of it like this. I would think of the drone that really changed it for me, and that would be the Air 2. Now, there are better drones now, but that was a drone that really made it fun.
The Mavic Air 2 or the Air 2S?
Mavic Air 2.
Yeah. Right. That's when you really got into it. Felt good about it.
I'm going to help. I'm going to do like the mark. If I'm going to call a retro drone, my favorite retro drone would probably be the Mavic 2 Pro.
All right. Yep.
Yeah. Hey,
that's good.
But you, Ray? How about you, Ray?
Because of its camera quality, D-Log, Hasselblad color signs, all that. That was kind of all first in that drone for me.
How about you, Ray?
My favorite drone right now, it's the Mavic 3 Pro, followed by the Mavic 3. Yeah. But you just never know. You never know what's in the future.
We all
Johnny,
know.
how about you?
Air 3S. Air 3S.
Okay.
I mean, DeMarco's holding my Mavic 3 for me right now. So no, but all right. So let's fast forward where we are today. We know, of course, about the drone release, and I know we talked about just a few seconds before we went on the air. So, of course, the Mavic 4 got released. Got a tough release in the U.S., really a no release in the U.S. So, Ron, where are we headed? I mean, we know what's in the past, of course, but so where are we headed forward going with not just DJI? Well, just drones in general, but of course DJI is the leader of the pack. We know that.
Yeah, I guess if the Mavic 4 Pro doesn't get released in the US before the fall, we'll see if the Mini 5 Pro can sneak through late summer, early fall, or whether that also gets I'm going to call it shadow banned like the Mavic 4 Pro did. And by that I mean is even though Congress hasn't put any bill out, so far. I mean, I know they're waiting on things, but right now is no law by Congress saying that the Mavic 4 Pro can't enter the U.S. But the customs agent has seemed to take it on their own initiative to ban the drone. Marcus, go ahead.
This is an important point. I'll just give you one more little negative part of the future of drones. You remember when they came up with the Defense Authorization Act. And one of the codicils in there was that the DJI drones would have to get assessed by a government agency, but they never assigned it to a government agency. And if that happens, if it doesn't get assessed, then DJI automatically gets put on that.
I think that clock's ticking. That thing came out late late in the year last year, so we have the end of this year. But Marcus, even if that happens, we're no worse. We can't be any worse than we off now. We can't get the new release drones now, so we'll be no worse off in 6 months.
Yeah, well, my point of it is that would just lock it down where we would not get any DJI drones ever again. That's what I'm saying.
And as of right now, I'm almost looking at that thing now, because you go to DJI's website, it's very little you can order over there in the US as it is now. But the strange thing is, I think the Mini 5 Pro is going to be a big test, because the flip. You can go on DJI's website and pick any flip package you want and order it, right? That's the only drone that's in full stock at DJI's website for a US person. And I wonder if that's because it's a lower price drone, a lower quality drone. The Mini 5 Pro, will that sneak in under the lower quality drone or whatever? I mean, if the customs agent are banned, how do they know? Well, we got to ban a Mavic 4 Pro, but we don't have to ban a flip or whatever. Nobody even knows how that works.
No.
Yeah,
there's a lot more to that whole story. There's game being played. I'm very disappointed about it, needless to say.
Well,
but
Ron,
hopefully it gets straightened out soon.
What about the controller? Why couldn't a controller be released? I'm just saying.
Right. I mean, is the controller spying on people, or is it transmitting information back to the Chinese military? I guess you could say that, because it's a connected controller. But get back to your question. The future of drones is, if DJI is permanently banned or whatever, I mean, as number one, we have to wait for those U.S. drone companies, but they seem to only be producing enterprise level drones and not really consumer drones. So that's not going to help most of us. But it doesn't seem like the other Chinese drones, like the ones Amazon sells, like the one Marcus got, and so the cheap Amazon drones can still somehow get through. So I guess we'll have to fly lower grade drones in the future. But I mean, put it this way.
Lon makes a good point, though. About
last year, like Ray has a Mavic 3 Pro, Oz have Air 3Ss. Those drones are going to be good for years. We don't really, a lot of us don't really need a drone in the near future, right, Johnny?
We got a superstar in the chat. Mark Fisher's in the chat.
The only man in the U.S. that owns the DJI Mavic 4. Mavic 4 Pro. Who didn't get it sent to him?
Yeah, they got a few. And I saw a few people ordered them from. Where were they coming from?
So you could on eBay. Some guy in Korea is selling them. South Korea is selling them on eBay.
Okay, yeah.
Is that right? Oh, okay.
But I don't know if anybody's actually received the South Korea drone.
How much of a price difference, or what's the price?
It's jacked up. Higher than even the tariff prices.
Oh, really? Oh, wow. He's taking advantage of the situation.
Well, he's offering free shipping and all that, too. Of course, you know why he's offering free shipping, Ray? Because you're never getting it anyways.
Yeah, well, we got Bob Casey in the house. How you doing, Bob?
Well, Marcus,
I'll give you free shipping on a Mavic 4 Pro. Just send me a box full of money.
Yeah, I think you said I didn't watch all. I did watch it. Russ did a video on what he thought, but I will say, Facebook, X or whatever, Twitter and all the other sites. I mean, of course, some people, even in some of our pages, like a fun page, I've seen people, some people understand the customs issue, and some people are saying DJI is stupid for not releasing it. But, listen, let me tell you something. If I'm going to send this T-shirt to somebody, and I don't care what it costs, but if I know it's going to get scaled up, I'm not going to ship it. And
why would you?
I'm not taking up for DJI, but, they got product out there. They're being held up. They're paying double back shipping to China. They may not be even getting some of the drones back. But, I mean, hey.
Oh, you see Angel's comment there? Yeah, that DJI store in New York had quite a few Mavic 4. Different.
I know. Lon said
packages.
a few. What's your define a few? Is a few 100? Is a few 1,000? What's a few?
I think they had over 30, 35.
Well, if you go to that Camrise site, which that's the store,
that's the same store. Yeah,
they actually have 3 or 4 different combinations of the drone. So
it's still available, Johnny.
Yeah.
Do we have confirmation if anybody ordered from Camrise and actually receiving the drone?
Well, Mark.
Yes, I do.
That's where Mark went and picked his up.
He went inside a physical store. You said about ordering them from online, though, right?
No, but that is that store. That's that official DJI.
Right, but you're telling me you could order, but you have to pick it up at the store.
I know they'll ship
That's
it.
the way I understand it. Yes, it says they'll ship it, but
but I'm saying
everyone I know went in and got it.
Talk to somebody who has camera, I shipped the drone to them and they have it in their hands. That's the person I want to talk to.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody.
It's a lot.
Trying to think. Somebody ordered it, but I think it was from the Rhode Island Drone Meetup Group. To be honest with you, but I don't remember the name.
Lon says they are all out of Mavic 4 Pros. Period.
Yeah, well, no wonder they're out of them. Customs probably heard about this, and they're making sure that they don't sneak any more through.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, why?
I was happy for Mark Fisher though.
Oh,
he took a chance by driving all that distance.
Yeah, but that's not fair.
He would be able to get one, and he did get one.
Yeah, it's not fair that a store can get a shipment of them, but us individuals can't get one shipped to us.
Well, let me. So, can you? I know we talked about this. Man, can somebody just drive to Canada and pick a drone up? I mean, can you do that?
I would think so.
I mean,
I would think so. And whether or not you declare it is your business.
It's not banned.
Right.
But to your point, Captain Ray, you're required by law to declare purchases.
Yes, you are.
And I guarantee you, as soon as you declare it,
you're going to have to pay something, maybe.
Or even they may not even let it in. I heard somebody say that they weren't even letting them cross the border. But
well, maybe Lon should go there and try that. He's not that far from Canada.
Well, Lon probably already has one. But listen, here's another concern knowing that. Okay, do I really? I mean,
Steve Janess is very close. He's like 20 minutes from the border.
Everybody has different thoughts, whatever. But do I really want a DJI drone that when I get it, I can't register it in the U.S. Possibly, I can't. Somebody said it's not even on the the database. Like I can't register it with the FAA, so I have to fly a drone that's not registered, but it's over 250 grams. I mean, again, maybe I can't even register with DJI to get the warranty. I mean, it's a slippery slope. And I mean, some people don't care about all that stuff or whatever, but I'm just saying I'm concerned about stuff like that. Can I get care refresh if I order from one of these cameras, people, whatever? It's a lot of unanswered questions.
Mark's got a good point up there. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. But yeah, so I don't know. I don't want one bad enough to deal with a whole, a couple of major issues.
Thanks, Lon, for that update. That's what I saw too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I purchased from Canada through my DJI account, but canceled at the last minute, Lon says.
Interesting.
Guys, hashtag DroneNation got a surprise shirt, got a nice sticker pack. We'll give it away in a little bit. Well, it is kind of a strange release, but here's the deal. And I know Marcus, we talk all the time. Ron, we talk all the time, and they're just not banned. They're being held up. I mean, I don't know what the difference. There's no difference, but I mean, it's if you can't get
it's like a shadow ban. It's not a real ban, but it's a shadow ban.
Yeah,
right.
It's very unfortunate as far now. Personally, if I
predict it's going to be cleared up within a month. I'm going to give it a month before I start writing letters, emails.
Right. Well, so ultimately, that's Russ's video. When you distilled Russ's video down to the very end, okay, what can we do? And he came back to write your congressman. I don't know, Ray. We've been writing our congressman for a couple of years now, and it just keeps going down this rabbit hole.
I did get responses from two of them. They weren't what I wanted to hear, but
yeah.
Good old Elise Stefanik did not respond. Can you imagine that? And I'm a Republican too, and I said that in my
I understand
email.
I understand what Lon is saying here, but it is still not banned. I mean, I understand they make decisions.
I'm not blaming DJI on this at all. If I was DJI, I wouldn't send them over here either if they're going to get stopped at them.
Yes, so yes, Johnny just made that point. The reason DJI decided to not sell them here is because they knew that they would get held up in customs, and they don't want to tie up a bunch of money there.
Yeah.
What also was interesting is Mark was required to buy refresh for the drone before he left the store.
Mm-hmm.
They wouldn't sell it unless he bought it.
Mm-hmm.
He should have ran out.
How did he? I mean, you activated through the drone. So how did what?
Well, no, you could buy Camera Fresh separately. You don't have to buy it with the drone.
Okay.
No, you had to get this
Well,
drone.
yeah, but I
from
mean,
the
normally,
DJI
Johnny has a
yes,
question.
right,
You have to do
right.
it through the drone, but you could go on their with a regular drone. You can go on their website and apply the Camera Fresh if you bought it from a separate vendor.
Yeah.
Hey Ray, I was going to ask you, what's your letter to the Congresswoman? Did you add a check to that letter?
Yeah.
No, but I said
have a lot of zeros in it.
On the second email, I said I'm going to start telling people not to vote for you for governor, New York governor, if you get the nomination. I told them don't even nominate her.
Josh, I don't know if I agree with that. I mean, they don't need any hype to sell a drone. That's just my personal opinion. But
like you should have put a check in there with $10,000, but don't sign it to.
Let's see here, Lon. What's he saying? I was looking at 3460 plus crazy Canadian tax. I don't know.
Yeah. Hey, DeMarco, do like a New Jersey senator would. Put a gold brick in there in the envelope and send it up.
Hold on a second.
So Mark got the code via an email. Okay.
For his Camera Fresh,
yeah. And that's how you used to do it in the old days before you did it by starting up the drone.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Ron and DeMarco, if we got this drone if it comes out in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I mean, what do you think the price would be close to what everybody else paid that's getting them from that store? I mean, they had to come up with some kind of price. I mean, I'm sure I guess they just didn't make a price up in their head.
Well, they should know what the tariff impact is by now, right? I mean, they've had plenty of time to get that figured out. It's 30%. So, and 30% of whatever the wholesale price is. So, whatever that comes to, I don't know. So it's got to be more to it than that, because I would think they know there's enough demand out there that, hey, okay, they would.
Right. I mean, you don't have to buy the drone. I mean, right.
Your choice.
Johnny, here's something else to consider too. See, DJI hasn't legitimately released it themselves in the U.S. If it does come a day where they do release it in the U.S., they may eat a portion of those tariffs. So it may not be as much money as we're seeing it sold for now, because they may choose to eat some or all of the 30% tariffs.
It's very possible. Yeah, it's very possible that you may get it cheaper. I mean, I don't know that actually.
DJI ate the pricing we were getting, say, before this year. DJI was eating most of the tariff pricing that had been applied 4 years ago or 5 years ago or whatever it first was. So they may choose to eat part of this. So you may get it cheaper if it gets officially released on the DJI US website.
Right.
Let me ask you this: are you all 3 years going to get it when it's readily available?
Ray, I'll give you. It depends. On that pricing. If they're going to eat some of the tariffs or whatever, I may consider it.
Okay.
So Ray, I want the creator combo, which is because I want that smart controller. If I get it, I want that smart controller.
That's the one that Mark got.
Yeah. So if that's what you add in all the tariffs is like $4,500 or something like that, I don't know if it's worth that much to me. If it's the $3,500 or something, I probably would get it.
Marcus,
DeMarco, you're gonna get it? Father's Day is coming. You got to tell everybody Father's Day is coming.
Oh yeah, right. No. I think I'm gonna hold off for now. I am good with mine. I'll wait until the fever hits me one day though. But I'm not in a rush. That at 36, that's hard to swallow.
It's a lot of money.
Well, that drone is a little different. I mean, it's different because it does have 512 memory. Then so it's a little different.
Yeah.
Hey, Jeremy, how you doing?
All right, guys. I'll tell you what. Let's pull for this T-shirt. I'm not going to show it yet, but let me get this.
Good luck, everybody. And it's a nice color. I like that color.
Well, I only got 26 people. We got 51. So, I mean, go ahead and hit the hashtag DroneNation. I'll give you a few seconds.
Good luck, everyone.
Marcus, would you buy the controller right now if you could get your hands on it?
If I could buy the controller separately, I would, especially now that we know that it'll work with the Air 3S.
Absolutely, I agree 100%.
And the Mini 4 Pro. Yeah. I would right now. I'd be more excited about getting the controller than the drone.
Yeah, I would buy the controller like right now.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Does Camrise or any of those outfits they offer the controller separately?
I have not seen a controller anywhere.
I have not
even
seen that.
Yeah, not even from on eBay or Amazon I have not seen it. I mean, I imagine I don't know. I have not seen it. Let's see. Lon's saying the Mavic 3 Fly More with the RC Pro was over 3,800. So
yes, it is. Yep.
All right. All right, we got 32 entries. I'll give it just a few more seconds. And
hey, we got Jim Beaushot apparently in the chat. How you doing, Jim?
Hello, Jim.
And Jody.
Angel says they have the controller on Adorama for $1,200.
Oh, really?
In stock?
Oh, well, Rick.
There you go.
Yeah.
There it is, Rick.
So that's cheaper than the one they have now.
Or about the same price.
About the same, yeah, maybe because it was $1,299. I think it's $1,200 now.
Buckeyes Jones just posted a link in the chat.
Yeah, nice. Thanks, Rick.
All right, here we go. We got this. This will be for this T-shirt. Now I'll show you the T-shirt, and you gotta.
Johnny, take the comment down so we can see you and Ray.
Let's see. Hold up. Let me go back.
Just click on somebody else's comment, and then that'll remove it.
I get it.
Oh, take it down, Ray. You got it.
There we go. There we go. Thank you.
Let's see. All right, can y'all see that?
Yep.
All right, here we go. This is for the T-shirt.
Good luck, everybody. Good luck.
USA shipping only. If you win it outside the US, you have to give it to somebody in the US, and you gotta verify in the chat that you're here.
Okay.
Hey, Brian, congratulations. You're gonna love it. The color's gonna look nice on you.
Look at that.
Well, that's a good looking shirt. I like that.
You can't see the logo. It showed the logo on the other side. Move it over a little bit.
A little.
Yep.
There
Look at that. There you go. Very, very nice.
Priceless.
Yeah. I hadn't even made me one yet. So, but hey, we'll get that right out to you.
It's a rare edition.
Hey, Mrs. Crawford.
She's not. She.
What? Oh, hey, Sarah.
Sarah, how you doing?
Boss lady, the big boss lady.
The boss lady. Oh. Sarah just got back from California, man. That's right. Marcus, y'all had a great time on a trip, right?
We did. We had a good time. Yeah. It was nothing but fun.
Yeah, good deal. Good deal. Marcus,
wait, that's nice. That's nice. It's nice that Sarah pops in now, Marcus.
You guys gotta pay her as a guest now.
Hey, we have not said happy birthday to Marcus yet.
Yeah, Marcus was our DroneNation birthday of the week person on Monday night, even though he wasn't there when we did it. Look at Mark Fisher's comment. Back about 10 comments.
Let's see here. Mark.
I think.
Brad Austin, welcome in. I see Dre, welcome in. Tom, welcome in.
Dre. How you doing, Dre?
DeMarco Moore?
Yes.
69.
Mark Fisher's comment is right above Ray's comment.
Perfect number.
I don't see. I didn't go back far enough.
It's between Waypoint, New England, and Ray Kelly. Mark says, "I think I've owned every consumer drone put out by DJI.
He probably has.
By far the best. That's quite a statement.
He's also crashed every drone DJI made.
Boy.
No, we got to pick on Mark. Hey,
Mark did miss one drone. Remember, we talked about that Monday night. Mark did not have the flip. He never had the flip drone.
I tell you what, Lon, and I think he can verify this. He said that controller is all that in a bag of chips. So
that's a strong statement too.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
Well, everybody, all the reviewers loved it. I can tell you that. So,
I'm going to go order one after the show. I'll have it in a couple of days, right?
I'd order it right now, Ron. Order it right now. It might be sold out after the show.
Ron, order. Get a whole pound of them, and we'll buy them off of you.
Oh man, imagine that. Woo.
Did you fix the shake? Oh yeah.
He had a little issue with the shake.
Oh,
that might have been the computer though. Do you guys remember when Bill was having trouble with the Air3S with a little bit of a shake? But it was his computer, if I remember. Right.
Handle that format that the Apple film
140 megahertz display.
Yeah, Ray, didn't one of the guys have it that was searching for the?
Yes, yeah, not the new controller. He had the RC2, I guess, or the RC
Frank,
Pro.
The guy Frank.
Yes, Frank had it. Yeah, it was nice. He let me hold it. It was nice.
Oh yeah, did you fly it, Ray?
Yes. Yeah, no, I didn't fly it. I didn't ask him to fly it. I wouldn't do that. No.
Yeah.
But he loved it.
Let's see.
And it was
Bill. Mark said no. Lana called Billy. Said the Maxwell shook so bad, it fell in the water. What? No, I think he's kidding.
That's like the old drones. Whole lot of shaking going on in drones.
Yeah.
All right, guys. I'm gonna pull for this sticker pack real quick.
Good luck, everybody, on the sticker pack.
I'll get it out to you. Brian won the T-shirt.
Whose stickers are in there, Johnny?
Oh, it's probably 40 stickers.
It's a who stickers.
Tom.
I'll get it out.
Hey, Tom.
Congrats, Tom.
Yeah, I throw, I've got one of Brad's coasters. We got some pins. Got an Idaho quadcopter poker chip that you could bring to the casino.
Oh, boy,
and
they'll
cash it in.
Want to get that.
No, but hey, I want to thank you guys so much. Listen, it's everybody's listen. I have a show. Ray's got a show, but I'm gonna say DroneNation is at the top of the heap in my book.
Yes,
and
You're too kind. You're too kind.
Well, you know what?
It's the truth, though. It's the truth.
Ron, you know what it takes to put a show on. Marcus, you ran the controls back here, and there's a lot of clicking, and there's a lot of movement going on. And Ron, you brought up a good point. You always kind of tweak it. You kind of finally get your format. And it took even Ray and I our show was more always about the pilots and introducing people. And of course, we do the videos every other week. But y'all kind of go over the whole spectrum, especially you kind of capture the news there. You got Mondays, and that's a great thing. It seems like it's always something happening, and but y'all do a big service to the drone community. And I know,
and Johnny, we want to thank you and Ray for being our support. That whenever we need somebody to come on or whatever, you guys don't hesitate to come on and help out and fill in or whatever. So I can't thank you guys enough for.
I feel it's an honor
you're as much part of DroneNation as we are.
It's a lot easier being on a show than running a show. I can tell you.
Yeah.
DeMarco's trying to send me his 1099, so I had to give him the wrong address.
Yeah.
Now, hey, Ron, I'll let you go first and just give you a few seconds to kind of sum things up.
I want to thank Johnny Ray for having us on the show tonight. Love coming on the show. One of our favorite shows out there. These guys have been so successful. They started out on Sundays. They moved to Wednesdays. They took the show to another level. They do their video thing or whatever, sharing the videos. They do a wonderful job. I can't thank enough for being part of this drone streaming community. We've lost a lot of channels over the years, but these guys have hung in there, stayed tough, and I want to thank them. I want to thank Marcus and DeMarco for doing DroneNation with me every week. Lots of times you have people with commitments and so on, but you guys are there almost every week. So I want to thank we have a lot of the same fans as you do. So I want to thank all those guys for supporting DroneNation and the Fly for Fun show. Both you guys are great. Anything we can do for you, any topics you want to talk about or things discussed, just send the comments in and we'll handle it. And outside that, I want to wish everybody Memorial Day is coming up soon. Yeah. I want to wish everybody happy Memorial Day weekend. I know it's a big time of year for traveling, getting together with family or whatever. So I'm gonna end it there and throw it over to Marcus.
All right, Marcus.
Yeah, so
Lon is sick though. I don't know what's going on with Lon. He's throwing up.
Thank you for having us on today, and it is an honor to be on this show, and it's been my honor to work with these two guys on DroneNation. So it's an absolute pleasure. Mutual Admiration Society, as Barkley said. Captain Ray, I want to thank you for the work you're doing trying to find the lost swimmer. I know the family is important, and thank you for keeping us up to date on the search. I want you to know if I lived anywhere close, I'd be out there with you, helping you with the search. And also, Captain Ray, thank you for everything you do on the Florida drone meetup. A lot of this, rest of this stuff wouldn't be as exciting as it is without having that big Florida drone meetup every year. That kind of is part of the gel that holds us all together. And Johnny, same with you. You know, you're a bigger than life personality for the whole group, and you post a lot every day. You let us know what's going on. You fly every single day, Johnny, and
very much.
And we watch those videos and we enjoy it. And you always have, nice comments to say on everybody's videos.
Yeah, guys, and Marcus, you bring up a good point. Support everybody. You know, watch. You don't have. I mean, I know Marcus, your videos. When you're doing a review, but hey, watch as much of it as you can. And I know we're kind of past that part, but it's always good because you might be bringing a new person into the drone community. And they can
that's something I love. I love getting new people involved,
right.
Especially kids, but even new adults, and we've seen that lately. Yeah,
Mr. Marco Moore.
I can't top Marcus. I mean,
well, sure you can.
Thanks, Marcus. Thanks, I appreciate it. No, thank you for having us, boys, Captain Ray and Johnny. One thing that I really do appreciate is having you guys all as friends.
Yeah,
speaking to you on a regular basis. That is my pleasure there. So I love calling you guys and texting you and messaging you and stuff like that. So thank you, and everybody in the chat. Thank you for supporting us all these years. And man,
I know it's been a while. Hey, I do want to say there will be no drone Fly for Fun show 2 weeks from tonight. I'll be on vacation.
Boo.
So we're taking that, and on the 18th we'll do the videos again, of course. But I do want to say that, and I'll make a little promo about that.
And DeMarco, I got to know you so well at Spin Up that 1 year, and that's when I made up my mind that this DeMarco, he's a pretty good guy.
He's a good egg.
It's a pleasure knowing Marcus.
I think about that
3 years.
Yeah, I think about that, and I still feel for you. Like when you tripped that time, I think about that a lot. I was right there, and I was like, right, and then you fell.
Well, I'll tell you what,
okay, sir.
It's funny. I don't even remember that.
Good, man. Good.
And DeMarco, I remember your first bit up when you got real sick on the last day.
Oh, I totally forgot about that. Yes, I was hurting. Yes,
you had a long ride home that day, right?
8 hours.
Yeah,
sick all the way, right?
All right, guys. I want to thank everybody.
It's my honor, really, to know you guys, and I really do consider you friends. Yes.
I want to thank everybody. And Bill Thomas, is Bill doing a show tonight, or is he off?
No, but Bill's wife had a knee replacement. A week or two ago, so he still needs constant care or whatever. So he hopefully he'll be back next week.
All right. Well, tune in. Ray, who you got tomorrow night?
I got a new gentleman. Actually, he's a police officer. I think he's still active. Jack White from Texas, and he's going to be talking about maybe some police drones, and he's a serious drone pilot. So Marcus, I think you'll find him very interesting, and maybe a surprise guest.
Okay.
We'll see.
Marcus Drone Seekers on Sunday,
right? That would be at 3 p.m. Ron's time, 2 p.m. your time, 1 p.m. my time.
Right. Yep. All right, and then of course, y'all are taking off Monday night, right, Ron?
And don't forget drone.
Come over. We'll be cooking. We'll be flipping burgers that night, Johnny.
Gotcha. And don't forget about drones and coffee.
Yeah, drones and coffee on Sunday morning. If you wake up early, Marcus, just saying, Oh, look,
not gonna happen.
My son-in-law, just for Joe Photo Leo, I had to show him this, so
just saying.
Drones and coffee, guys.
All right, everybody have a good night and get out there and fly. The weather's getting right. I know it's actually getting warm in some spots, but hey, get out there and fly. Thanks, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Have a good night, everybody. Thanks for watching.